Before I get to the part 2, I wanted to say thank you to each and every one of the subscribers that keep coming back and clicking play. I really appreciate you guys. I am right now, this channel is at 1900 and almost 50. 1950. So we're just under 50 away, right around 50 away from hitting the 2000 mark. And I want to thank you guys for commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Please continue to share your comments. I really appreciate you 100%. I hope you enjoy. This is part 2 of fabric, wood, and foil laser earrings. Hey guys, it's JC Chandler back again. I hope everyone's doing well, and I hope you're creating something amazing. I am back to give you part 2 of our fabric on wood with foil, and today we're going to use stencils. I used stencils. I didn't show how I did this, and I didn't show how I did this, but I'm going to show you how I did the foil. Just kind of gave you a sneak peek of what it looks like right now, but I'm going to show you how I use the foil. So I'm going to take this foil, this stencil, and I'm going to use it down here to demonstrate what's going to happen up here, because I think part 3 is going to be me showing you. The next stage is going to be me cutting the actual earring, and I don't want to have to wait for it to dry. So right now I'm going to put this using the gloss heavy gel, and again, this is my first time using this. I think I put too much in this stencil, and here's the stencil. Let me see. This stencil is what I use to do that. So we're going to use this one this time. And I think I put too much when I used this stencil. So what I'm going to do is use this brush. But before I put anything on here, I'm going to tape it down. And I've seen people use a light adhesive and spray onto. Right now this is just wood, but I'm not sure that I want to do the adhesive. I don't want to put too much on here, so I'm gonna tape this down as best I can. I don't want it to be too hard to pull up. Let me see if I can do it this way. I'm going to put it on over here. Leave myself somewhere to pull it up on, and I'm going to do over here because I don't want this to slide. Push it down, but I want it to be as flat as it can be so that it doesn't go under the stencil like it did over here. So let's see, that's buckling. I don't like that. Am I doing it right, Jack-o'-lantern? Okay. It feels like it's buckling. It could be the wood is warped. Let's see if I can do it here instead. Oh, we'll see how it comes out, because really I'm just going to dab this on, use it. I'm going to put it on here first, and my idea is to just dab it. I'm hoping this is going to do something different, because what I'm trying to avoid is having it go under the stencil like it did here. unfortunately, I'm new to this, so we're gonna have some kind of mistakes or imperfections. And this is lifting up, but I'm not going to stress that part out. So I have just a little bit on here. Let me close this up before it dries out. And I'm going to wipe this up over here, but before I do that, I'm going to peel this up so you can see the pattern, right? And we'll see what happens. I'm not sure what's going to happen, guys. This is part 2. But I'll be back when this dries. While I wait for this to dry, I'm gonna do some streaks over here, like I did down here, because I think I like the foil better. The streaks of the foil better. So let me just show you what I mean when I say streaks. Now, I used, this is something that you get, you know, when you get an appliance or an electronic, like the plug of something, and this is wrapped around your power cord. That's all this is. And what I did was I dipped this into the gel, and I just kind of did that. So that's what I'm going to do here today with you guys. So I'm just gonna dip it and just dab it down. There's no wrong way to do this. I'm just trying to get some of the gel on to the fabric, right? So I'm gonna do that all over, because I really want, as a matter of fact, I think I might want to do some of this. And let me do that. I'm playing. Y'all know how I do. I'm just experimenting. We're gonna see what it looks like. Try to put some in areas so I can put some foils. I think I like the thin foils as opposed to the one that needs heat. The ones that I do down here. Now these are going to take a little while to dry, and that's okay. And it's going to have some texture, which I like. So let's see what happens with that. Close this up again. Put this over here. And then we're gonna let all of that dry. And then we're gonna play around with some foils. This, I wanna do some wood cutouts with foils in this pattern. See that pattern? I don't know if you can see it. Let me do it this way. There's the pattern. And I think it might be dry enough for me to work with right now. So let's see what happens. Let me get my hands wiped down. Oh, and then let's see what happens with the foils. I hope this works. We are experimenting. So these are the foils. Like I said, I got them off of Amazon. I got this from Amazon as well. Let's see, do I want to do gold? I think I'm gonna use a gold one this time. So they come in separated by sheets like this. And I don't know if this is gonna stick to the wood without the adhesive, but we're gonna find out. I hope this works. Uh-oh. It looks like, let me do this. What's the worst that could happen is I'll have to brush it off. I hope this works. Let me go turn the fan off. here. Let's see. I'm gonna have to pick this up off of so it won't get stuck to my silicone mat. Come on, stick, stick, stick. Please stick. Looks like it's sticking. I might need more than one sheet though. Y'all see what's happening? Let's see. Maybe I didn't make the adhesive thick enough. Here we go with some mistakes. I'm rubbing it though. Let's rub it. So sometimes when I am experimenting, I find out that I might need to just stay in my lane. And my lane is, you know, not usually foils. Even though it looks so easy with other people doing it, with practice, I'm sure it'll look better. But this isn't looking right to me. I don't know, maybe I didn't put enough of the adhesive. But y'all know how we do. We see what's gonna happen. This part looks good, and I think I have enough there. I don't think I have enough over here. But I still believe that this is going to make a beautiful cutout for an earring. Let me see. I did get to use most of that sheet. And I think I'm doing okay, guys. It's not as bad as I thought. I actually didn't want anything in between the design, but I think I like what I'm seeing. Because when I cut this off, and I'm pressing hard to get this to stick. All right, let's just give you guys a look at this. I used the whole sheet, so the sheet was about that size. That's good. So there's the foil using this on wood, which I painted with black. Look, it's all over. I might as well just go ahead and see what happens. This is going to be a different style if it stays on here, and I think it will. Look at that. So let me do this. Get my hands dirty. There we go. Now we got like a galaxy going on over here. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to spray so this doesn't come up. On this side, I'll put some finishing spray, like a matte spray or something like that. Like maybe an acrylic spray. Anything that I would use as a finish on some wood. Oh, look at that. This whole side came out pretty good. So once I get this pressed down the way I want it, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a nice coat, a matte coat, maybe a shiny coat, I don't know, because it's just to keep these from coming up when I mask it, because I'm gonna have to mask this. I like it. What you think? So there's one way of doing foil with this glue. It came out okay. I didn't think it would. I should use, I say glue, but this is gel. It's a heavy gloss gel. It came out okay. I should have used thicker, and I see why this is put on so thick, because you want it to stick, and I kind of almost didn't put enough. All right, so this is flying over here. So that's where we are right now. And the next step will be to put some over here. But this is not dry. You can see that it's still kind of white. It should be clear. And I don't want, see it's coming off on my hand. But then again, I don't know. I'm gonna let that dry just a little bit longer and we'll see what happens. That's what we did just now. So the next step is to put foils on here. And the same way I did here. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so I just learned something. I sprayed this with matte finish to protect it for when I put down my masking tape and get ready to cut out the earrings. Now, it works, right? The problem that I have, that I noticed, and I don't think it's much of a problem, but if you notice, the texture has changed. It almost bubbled this up, and I don't know if the gel is reacting to the matte finish or if the foil is reacting to the matte finish. However, my stencil still looks good, but you can see where I sprayed, it almost bubbled. Let me see. See that? I don't think it'll affect what I'm doing as far as the finished product, but I wanted to show you guys in case you are trying to do this the way that I'm doing it. So right now this side is ready to be cut, and it's only on wood, but I wanted to show you the stenciling to show you how I did this. And now I'm going to see if I can put some silver foils on top of here the way that I did here. Hopefully this is making sense, but guys, if you know me and if you've been following me for a while, I create as I feel it, and when I am feeling all over the place, this is what you get. But I wanted to finish this in a series of videos so that I can sometimes I'll show you something and I won't necessarily post the finishing techniques, if you want to call it that, because I just get in the zone and finish, and some of it is not even videotaped. All right, so let's see what happens. Now I do realize that some of this, I'm going to use silver. Some of this may get stuck onto the fabric, and that's okay. That's why I have a brush. But I'm going to start up here and press. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to press harder, I think. Let's see. Okay, so it is adhering. Here we go. We're getting ready to make a mess. If you have a fan on, know that this will get blown. So I am pressing into the gel, and it's possible I should probably not let it dry as much as it has, but I think we'll still get the effect that I'm looking for, which is just blinging. Or we'll see. We'll see. And then I'll brush it off after. So you see it's sticking. And this is definitely going to have some texture. Let's see. Can I do it without using the whole another sheet? Let's see. If you've used foils before, leave in the comments below what your opinion is. They are finicky. I mean, you got to be prepared to handle them with care or not care about handling them. All right, let's see. I'm gonna rub and see what happens. I mean, I don't think there's any mistakes in experimenting. I don't think so. Some of them are fails at some point if you don't like it, you just don't like it, right? But when you're doing bling, I mean, can you really fail when you're doing something like this? Let's see. Let me put this down, because cleaning up my mat, this stuff will stick to silicone really well. I think I say that every time I work with foils. So I'm gonna see if I can either save some of this or just keep it from getting on my mat. And some of you might say this is a waste. I don't think it's a waste if I can save it. Let's see. Not a lot of it is gonna get wasted. Y'all forgive the noise. I'm on my lunch break right now. It's Friday. As the time of this recording, I'm recording Friday the 13th. And I'm on my lunch break. And I felt, it's been a rough week. And I felt like, let me get into the studio and see if I can get some Zen time. So that's what I'm doing. All right, y'all see some spots. I don't know how this is gonna come out, y'all. But that's what I'm here for. I can make the mistakes so you don't have to. Let's see if I can save some of this. I do like the fact that some of it is in the background of the fabric. So let's see. I have some pieces here that I purchased this way. So let's see if I can save some of these silver ones. There they are, right there. So not everything went to waste, but I am making a hot mess. I always do. If it's not messy, is it really fun? All right, so there's that. And I think what I really want to do is I want to varnish it a little bit more. Yeah, some of that is just gonna come off. I'm not gonna spray it with the adhesive because that I don't really want that to happen. So we'll see. Let's see. I think the next step I'm going to I'm gonna try and clean up some of this. I see a lot of this is stuck, but I'm gonna try and clean up some of this and come back. So I'll be right back. All right, so I've got a good portion of the stuff that's gonna fall off. All right, so we got the silver, we got some copper. This is a different kind of silver. This one's the one that I used heat with. I don't like it. I'll show it to you before we're finished with everything. This is the gold, and then here's another gold, the one that was with the heat. Again, the shine goes away with the heat, and maybe it's because I'm using the wrong foil, but this is our experiment. So we're getting ready. Now we're ready. I don't think I'm going to put any kind of masking on here because I'm afraid it's going to peel up my foils. So when I cut, there's not going to be any masking, and we'll get some shapes cut out. So as soon as I figure out what shapes I'm going to cut, I will be back to show you the laser cutting the shapes out, and then we'll finish those pairs. I think we'll cut and finish in part 3. All right, so this is the end of part 2 for now. Part 3 coming soon. Let me know what you think so far. Y'all know I'm a hot mess when I create, so please be gentle in your comments, but I'd love to hear from you. All right, go create something amazing.